I was going to be in the States, and when I turned 39, I was going to be a head coach at one of the most prestigious high schools in the state of New Jersey. Absolutely, there's no way I'd have believed that. Coming to this country, just having to deal with the language barrier and overcoming so many obstacles. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why would you do that? Why would you seriously? Why would you do that?
I've been thinking about turning it down, bro. For a minute now.
Why? Why though?
Less maintenance.
Whatever, bro. Just don't touch it. Just leave it. Shape it up here and there and keep it pushing, man.
I be doing that. That's actually what I be doing, though.
There you go.
I don't know, bro.
Or get it braided.
Yeah, you know what? That could be a move, too. I never got braids in my life before.
Well, I'm 39. I had them a couple weeks ago. Look great.
They do look good, though. They do. They look good. I think
That's what I do. That's what I do. 39 looking like 29. I'm aging backwards.
Hey, I had braids in the summertime, so I'm right there with you, Greg, though, because I cut it because I was like, yo, the heat. I wasn't used to the heat and all that hair, but now I'm growing. I'm not touching it now. Like,
see, now he want to get his hair back. Think about it like this. This is how I put it. So, you guys don't need to tell your age or whatever the case is. The way I look at it is like I got jokers that's 39 years old, no teeth, no hair. Wish they could have hair and teeth. Like I got all my joints. Like there ain't no flip out, none of that. I got some cats look older than me, younger than me.
Basically, when you saying when it's gone, you can't get it back. So enjoy while you have it.
Can't get it back, bro. You know how many people like, yo, I wish I had hair, bro. Full joint. Good.
Yeah. Cut it off, bro. And the time it took to grow back, I was nervous, but I'm glad it's back. Because I was like, bro.
Yeah, you're good.
Next time, baby.
I would have been mad at myself if I cut it and then I wasn't able to get it back.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed with you, Gregory.
for even bringing up the idea of cutting my hair.
Yeah, like what? Come on.
Well, back. We got another episode. This is going to be different for our listeners, our viewers. We have a whole new segment that's going to be coming on weekly. We got with us our coach, Coach Mingo. The show is going to be called Everything Basketball with Coach Mingo. So once a week, we'll record. We'll have some information where we're talking basketball. It's going to be you already hear it already. It's going to be some comedy in this. There's going to be some gems. You know what Coach Mingo talking about, from Guyana to America. He's
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I didn't realize that too, by the way. My wife is Guyanese. And once I saw that, I was like, wow.
Here we go.
Hey, we're going to get straight into it. But before we start, shout out to you, Chase Clark, 25.6 points per game. One of the number 2 returning scorer in Jersey. Congrats to you on that. How's looking for him this season?
Everything is looking good, right? First, let me just say thanks for having me. Bringing me on. You guys don't have to do this. I truly appreciate it. Like I said, I keep reiterating to people. You want to listen to a good podcast? Go check out Greg and Tone, Bench Mob. Good guys. A lot of people that know me. I'm not dabbling in too much with too many people, because I'm straightforward, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate you guys having me and just keep doing what you're doing. With that being said, right now we got a 15-game season in place for Newark Academy, and it's all you playing all the teams from your division. There's an SEC. We're in the SEC, the Super SS Conference. So we basically playing, Milburn, Barringer, Cedar Grove, Glen Ridge, Eagle Academy, Cup, just to name a few. And Chase is back. He's going to be a junior. I saw today they had on one of these outlets, they have him as the number 2 or 3 scorers returning to the state of New Jersey. And he's just been looking good. We have a weekend in practice so far, and he's been working real hard. And you know, despite all the basketball stuff, Chase is a great person. He's a great kid. It's an honor for me to coach him. You know, I'm just happy to have him on my side, and I'm happy that he's sticking with us at North Academy. You know, and not too many kids, you know, with that type of talent would stay at North Academy because people are always in the air. You could do this, you could do that. But he's ready. He's ready to play. Our first scrimmage is next week, the 21st against Oratory Prep at home. And he's just ready to go. He just looks so much more, you know, in the leadership form where he's helping his teammates, telling his teammates what to do. You know, he's an extension of the coaching staff to say the least, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to have him. I just can't wait. You know, he's a great young dude, man, you know, and part of that, his development really came this summer, believe it or not, with Unity Legends, working with guys like Greg, working with guys like Wellington, myself, and just put him in position to succeed, you know, and giving them that pressure. So don't think for one moment this is all me. No, it's not me. It's him, and him. Me, Greg, his mom, Wellington, his father could tell him everything. He grabbed everything by the horns, and he did his weight training, he did his conditioning. So he came in, he didn't miss a beat, and he's ready to go to showcase what he can do, you know. And I'm like I said, I'm just happy to have him.
Well, you know, I think too. We're looking forward to this season. We definitely think it'll be nothing but great success, even in the 15-game season. Now we all know if y'all listen to the episode we had before with Wellington, and we listened to with Mingo, shooters are needed. If you can't shoot, you're not playing. It's just that simple. And with that in mind, the Nets, they get James Harden. They have Kyrie, who will be back. KD, that's a team full of shooters.
Yes,
What is
sir.
your team in Brooklyn? Are they the favorite to win it all?
Well, you know, us being me, you, Greg, and you know, educated listeners out there, we know how basketball goes. All right, so people that's not educated are going to say, "Oh, the Nets is going to win it," blah 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 blah, whatever the case is. All right, we got to see how this thing is going to play out. You know, we got to see what's going to happen 15 games in, 10 games in, 20 games in. You know, right now, I see, you know, I'm just, you know, watching here and there. Everybody is looking for an explanation from Irvin and why he's not showing up or whatever. We don't know why he's not showing up. We don't know if he's going to show up. It shouldn't matter to us if he shows up or not. Okay? The NBA is a job. People get it misconstrued all the time. All right? The NBA is a job. The owners of the NBA, they own the team, they own the franchise. The players are workers. As crazy as it sounds, they're workers. All right? Me, you, and Greg, we have jobs, right? So we're allocated a certain amount of personal days, and we don't have to tell people what those personal days are for. It could be to go to a family barbecue. It could be to stay home and just relax. We don't know what he's doing. All right? We shouldn't be mad at him and say, "Oh man, he just needs to play." Yeah, because the fans are like, "Oh, I just want to see him play." That's not fair to him. You know, he might have time where he wants to just take off. He's not supposed to do that in some people's eyes, but the NBA is a job. There's sick time. There's if you get injured. There's, you know, I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line, these dudes have personal times where they could just say, "I don't want to, you know, I want to take a couple of days off." It's not right. We don't know the ins and outs of his contract or any contract for that matter in the NBA. You know, so I think they got a chance to be good. Are they going to gel? The good thing is Harden and KD have history together. They played together. All right. So maybe, you know, they're like, "Yo, finally, you know, I get to reunite with the guy that I really wanted to reunite with, which is KD." All right. So you had Chris Paul, you had Russell Westbrook, you had a bunch of shooters. That didn't work out in Houston. his talent is never the question. It's just can he get them over the hump in the playoffs? You know what I mean? But I think they'll be fine. And we got how many games we in? Let's say how many games played so far? Let's say 10, 12, or whatever. You got 62 games left. Kyrie might say, I want another month off. See how it goes. So my thing as a coach, I always look at it like you always have to prepare yourself for the worst because you don't know what's going to happen. Injuries, somebody can get injured. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can get traded again, whatever the case is. But if they stick together and they do what they need to do as a whole, as a unit, you got a professional coaching staff. The other thing people don't realize is James Harden is going to link back up with Mike D'Antoni, because he's an assistant coach with the Nets also, so I think it can work out. Yeah, they gave up a lot for him, but, guys like him don't come around too often, man. And the guy could just flat out score. I don't care if he gained 100 pounds, 150 pounds, he's going to score 30 points a game, flat out. So that's my take right there.
Yeah, the fact that his first game back, he overweight. You got the commentators talking about it looked like he had a meal before the game.
Right.
Still went out, dropped 44. Just to let y'all know, like, I still got it. Greg, I want to hear how you feel about it.
It's not even that he still got it and he looked fat or whatever the case is, or overweight or out of shape. I watched that entire game against Portland. James Harden could have scored every single time if he wanted to when he came down. But somewhere along the line, he decided, you know what? I'm going to start passing the ball. 17 assists. 44 and 17. 44 and 5 is good. 17? Come on, man. Come on. My bad, Greg. Go ahead.
No. Deon, you hear all the points on why I'm so excited about this because I think it could work. And I think that James Harden, people talk about, it meshing and it working when you have all those guys who play a lot of ISO ball. But what people don't realize is James Harden's a basketball genius. Like, when he was with the Thunder, the way he played, it was totally different than the way he played in Houston. Like, he played in the way he did in Houston out of necessity most of the time. I think that it came to a head when he played with Chris Paul because Chris Paul doesn't operate that way. So that didn't work. It worked in the sense that they won a lot of games and almost got to the finals, but the marriage didn't work, like behind the scenes, right? But I think that, James getting to play with KD again to unlock that part of his game where he gets to be a playmaker, come off screens, Iverson cuts, banana cuts, all different types of cuts, right? Coming off screens, hitting pull-up jump shots. He's going to play off the ball and be really good at it. And with a second unit, he's going to be the guy. He's going to be that guy in ISO.
Right.
Score. He might score 30 and a half. Like, he's going to have crazy nights. Like, he's going to have.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he really decides, like, you know what? He can reel off a quick 17. And then the biggest part of this guy's game that, people that, like I said, people that know the game, that understands basketball, he can get to the foul line.
All day. At will.
He can get to the foul line.
At will.
Talking about, like, he can literally get 15 free throw attempts. He's shooting, 92% from the free throw line? There you go, 14, 15 points right there. Not including, he's probably going to get 3 to 5 threes. Then we talking about, that's already 20, 25 points right there.
And
easy.
The other thing with, I'm just going to tell me, and I'll just, not telling you guys what to do, but you got to be careful who you having basketball conversations with. You have to be careful.
That's a fact.
I'm telling you, got to be careful who you having these conversations with because, we're me, you, Greg, and Tone, we're not Stephen A., but you have to be logical and make sense. Like, you have to watch the game and understand. Like, I was telling, just to give a quick synopsis of something real quick, I'm watching the game. I'm watching Memphis play the other night. There's a guy on Memphis, never turns the ball over, never turns the ball over, never turns the ball over.
Kyle.
10 points, 6 assists every single night.
Solid.
Never turns the ball over. Tyus Jones never turns it over. I'm telling you, go back on your phone and look. Never turns it over. Never 10 and 6, 9 and 7, 10 and 6, 9 and 8, that's a guy right there. People, the average fan is going to be like, oh, man, he's no good. But guys like that, they will always have a job. You know why? Because coaches trust them. Coaches trust them. So John Moran is out, right? All right. Kyle is playing out of his mind.
He is.
Kyle is able to play out of his mind because of Tyus Jones. Because Tyus Jones doesn't need to score. He don't want to score. He understands. So like, yo, you do this, you do that. I'll take what I can get. There's a ton of guys like that in the NBA, but those guys don't get talked about. You know, they don't get because they're not. It's only Steph Curry, James Harden, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and maybe a couple. Those guys right there are superstars. All right, we all agree on that. But there's a ton of Tyus Jones out there. That's how I watch basketball. When I watch, I'm watching. You know, I'm watching. There's another guy. He's on the Rockets. His name is Tate. I forgot his first name. Tate. Guy plays hard as hell, man. I'm like, yo, where did he come from?
Australia.
Never turns it over. Layup, dunk, runs the floor. Those are the guys right there that allow the superstars to do what they need to do.
Those guys help make teams, like they put them over the top to be the championship team. Those are the guys that do that. Like the Lakers, every great team has that guy. The Lakers have Alex Caruso. He's that guy for them. Caruso come in, just does his job. Like he's just a functional piece. He makes everything else work. He plays defense. He does dirty work. He rebounds, right? Like kick the ball ahead. Like it's not pretty, but he's gonna do his job. So that's a really good point.
I tell kids all the time, go look at Tyus Jones' bio. Go to Wikipedia, look it up, and then come back and talk to me. Not y'all. I'm just saying that's what I tell them. When y'all get a chance, just check it out. And then I guarantee you the next time we talk, y'all going to be like, oh, my God. Like, I can't believe what I was reading. I can't believe what I was reading.
Well,
I'll give you go ahead, Greg.
His time at Duke, it was like you could see it coming. You knew he had a chance in the league.
Not even at Duke. Not even at Duke. Not even at 3-time player of the year in the state of Minnesota. Played varsity as an 8th grader. Averaged 17-8. And the team went 20-8. That's it right there. Read everything else.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Eighth grade?
That's OD. That's
well, that speaks to why he's able to play that. He's been playing at that high level for so long.
Exactly.
This is nothing
exactly.
New.
Exactly. He knows what he's supposed to do. He knows his role. He knows, hey, I'm getting these minutes now. Jai's out. I'm gonna make sure that we don't miss a beat. I'm not John Morant. I'm not jumping out the gym, but I'm gonna give you that consistent 10-8. No turnovers as a point guard.
Nope. I'm telling you, go check it out. No, yo, and by the way, he was the man at one point in his life.
Yup.
Yo, 3-time player of the year in the state. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's not crazy. It's ridiculous.
Hey, and when start having fans, summertime in Brooklyn is going to be bananas.
Yeah.
When they able to have Brooklyn, the Barclays Centers is going to be single ladies, single fellas. Y'all gonna enjoy Brooklyn. Y'all know Harden like to go clubbing, so
oh my God.
When they open back up, the club's gonna be lit.
I was talking about that on the radio this morning, bro. They were tied his jersey at one of the clubs in Houston before he left.
Good for him.
Strippers in New York going Harden. They're gonna
love Harden.
He's gonna be a starlet. Every night, starlets. Good for him.
Going across the bridge, the Knicks. What are your takeaways on the Knicks so far? Like, they actually have a somewhat decent record. I don't think many people would have thought they would be at this point, but you got Tibbs there. Mm-hmm. What's your takeaways on the Knicks? Can they sustain this the whole season?
The one thing that the Knicks don't have a lot of, they don't have a lot of shooting. All right. But they got Julius Randle, and he's playing out his mind right now. All right. He's leading. I always watch little stats here and there when I'm at work, just seeing what's going on. I think he's leading them in like every major statistical categories: blocks, points, assists. You know what I mean? And with Tibbs, the one thing I don't care if you got talent or not, you're gonna play hard. You're gonna play hard, and the Knicks are playing hard, and they're able to pull some games out. I don't know if they're gonna make a trade or they're gonna, keep the guys they have, but whoever they have, they're gonna play hard. And I think they got a chance. I like watching them now. I'll watch. I'm not a Knicks fan and nothing like that. I'm not really a fan of any team. I just like watching the game. I watch the game for different reasons. My favorite players to watch is Curry and Harden. But yeah, I like what Thibodeau's doing with them, and they're playing hard, man. They play hard. I mean, Julius Randle, like, who knew he had that type of talent? You know what I'm saying? I mean, is every night he's like right there for a triple double, definitely a double double, win or lose. But it's good to watch them. I like the way he coaches them.
Yeah, I think speaking on that of not shooting, I think they have to at some point start quickly over Peyton, because Peyton wouldn't be able to play for you the way Peyton 3 for 11.
That's what I'm saying. Peyton could definitely play for me, but I gotta have shooters around him because it's not that. And the other thing is, like, with Peyton, I remember, I've been watching him when he was playing in the Sun Belt Conference. When he had the funny hair and all that. Mm-hmm. He's not a scoring type of guy. He's looking to get people involved. And his shot has gotten better over the years when he was with Orlando. I think he was with the Pelicans at one point or something like that. Mm-hmm. But he's pretty good. I like him. But quickly he's a shooter. Quickly can shoot. So, and you got to understand, like a guy like Peyton, he's not out there looking to get buckets. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are valuable. I'll give it up. I'll do what I need to do, you know what I'm saying? But I think like you guys said, maybe they need to grab a shooter or two. I think Rivers, he tries to shoot, but he's not like a knockdown guy like that. If they had a guy like, like an Eric Gordon or something like that, now it would spread things out a little bit more.
Yeah, because that's why watching the games, I'm not a Knicks fan, but you see the game against Brooklyn. They already knew just going to pack in the paint and dare y'all to shoot. If you get a shooters around Randall, he could even get even busier because he's getting double teamed. The paint is closed, and he'll knock down a three here or there, but he's not. We don't want to see Julius Randle shooting 12 3-point attempts in a game because paint is clogged.
Right. And what's the kid, the lefty kid? I keep forgetting his
RJ
name. Barrett. He's not like a knockdown shooter. Also,
no, man.
He's like a poor man's Harden. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, we could talk about the Knicks all day and talk about what they do well, and they do some things well. They play hard, like Bibbs is getting the best out of them. But the problem with them is they have a bunch of will guys and not skill guys. That's what I think.
Right. That's a good point.
There's a bunch of will guys but not skill guys. You can't win like that in the NBA. And then also, if you really want to boil it down to what should matter to Knicks fans, you should be looking at RJ Barrett's development. What's he gonna be? The 3rd overall pick in that draft class with Ja Morant and Zion going before him, and those guys both play better. Just being real, right? If we're being honest.
Yeah.
And then, the development of guys like Mitchell Robinson and Kevin Knox, like your young guys. And then, just you want to play hard. That piece of it's been good, but what are you getting from RJ Barrett on a night-to-night basis? And do you think he can live up to being a 3rd overall pick? That's the question that every Knicks fan has to ask himself. It's really what it boils down to. Like, is that simple? That to me. Like, for real, like, and Kevin Knox, too, like, what are you going to get out of him? Because he's way more talented than what you get out of him. Just period.
Well, how long has Knox been in the league? 2-3 years?
2-3 years now? 3, I think?
Yeah, so, Right, I remember when he was coming out, it was like, oh, he's the next Kevin Durant. What? Kevin Durant? Same height, but that don't mean he play like Durant. Whatever, man. So, the kid Barrett, he probably got another year to show what he can do or whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. I like Mitchell Robinson. He's always on the boards, blocking shots, runs the floor. I like him.
Yeah.
I like guy. He's like, you need a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? He helps Randall out with rebounding, blocking shots and things of that nature. But, it's hard, man. It's hard for these guys when they come into the NBA and, you're a 3rd pick and you got to live up to 3rd pick. It's like, that's hard. So if you're a 3rd pick and you average 15 points a game, you're a bust.
Yeah.
You're a bust. So you're supposed to average 20 to 25 points a game every single night.
That's the bar.
Win or lose.
Picks. Yeah.
Look at Bradley Beal. All right. You drop 60 on you, they'll lose, but it's like he's a star.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you think is going on with Washington? Like, it seems they can't win. It seems like that marriage of Bill and Westbrook.
Well, it's everywhere Westbrook go. And I love Russell Westbrook, but it's everywhere he goes, right. Man. It's like Russ, what's gonna happen now, Russ? All right, you over here. So he's on a triple-double machine thing going on right now, but they ain't winning no games. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, Bill, they're not gonna, make any moves. They're not gonna do anything. Russell is gonna, fill up the stat sheet. Bill is gonna do his thing also. But at the end of the day, it's nothing really there. You got a lot of young guys too. You got like what's this kid name? The Japanese guy, Rui. He's there. Then you got Thomas Bryant. He's developing a little bit. And he just got hurt. So when Russell Westbrook play, he's gonna get a triple double. Bradley Beal's gonna get 30 points. That's it.
And they'll lose.
They lose.
They don't play D. They don't play any D.
Right.
That's the real problem. Them too. I mean, they play no D, and it's gonna force Beal out of there. Because Beal, I listened to a podcast. He was on the JJ Redick podcast, and he was not talking like a guy who knew for sure he was gonna be in Washington for the long haul. That was not the way that sounded.
Well, I have my reservations on guys who are playing for bad teams, and then people get in their head like, oh man, you need to leave here. You need to go somewhere else. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. If I was Bradley Beal, I would never leave Washington. I'll stay there for the duration of my career. Yes, you want to win a championship. I get it. If they don't do what they need to do for us to win a championship, what am I going to do? All right. Look at Kelly Oubre. He's playing for Phoenix. It don't mean nothing. Come to Golden State. It means something. Can't find him. Still can't find him. Still can't find him. You know why? Because it means something. Every night it means something. You're playing for a championship organization. Devin Booker, he ain't request no trade and all that. Stay right there, get a little point guard. Just keep inching your way. That's it. Bradley Beal stays there for 10 years and they don't win. You know what? He's still walking into the Hall of Fame as a Hall of Fame player. Get what you wish for. That's the way I look at it.
The thing I found interesting with it, though, like the reports came out with the Harden trade that Russell Westbrook hired agents to go to Washington. Like, why did you choose to go to Washington?
Yeah.
Like, out of all places, why Washington? Adding him to the mix wasn't going to make them a contending team. Like, do you not want to win?
But I don't think that I don't think that his value is that high at that point. I think that's really what it was. I think it was like you'll find me the best suitor, and it happened to be Washington. Right. That's the story. That's the part we didn't hear, because why would they say that about this client, right? Like, why would Washington put that out there? So I think it was about that, because Russ is making $40 million a year to go out there and shoot below does he shoot 30% from three? Like that's a real question. We don't got the numbers up in front of us right now, but does he shoot
28%? Like 28%.
I'm not paying that guy $40 million in a league where they shoot a bunch of threes. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? I know he does some things well on the court, but he's got an injury history. It's tough to play with him. He just dribbles the air out the ball, and it's just hard. Like, it's just really difficult to deal with Westbrook on the court. So $40 million, you're not getting. There's no contender willing to pay that guy $40 million. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen.
Right. That's not a new contract. That's based on, I think, the year that he won the
MVP.
The MVP. Did he win MVP?
He did. Did you win? He won MVP.
I think he won MVP one year.
He did.
So that's based. That's based on that. So like when that contract is up, then you'll see who is gonna really be like, oh yeah, we should get Russell Westbrook on our team or something like that.
Right.
So he's a dominant player. He's highly skilled. Dominant player with the ball. He's just a freak. But it's just something like.
The game never evolved.
It's hard to play with him.
The game never evolved. If he could knock down if he could knock down three at like a 32% clip, it's different. It's different. I'm telling you, but it's just, and the way he plays too can be problematic because his shot selection is bad sometimes. Like it's just he never grew out of certain habits. That's what I've noticed with him. That's my take. I don't know. He never grew out of certain habits.
Well,
as talented as he is.
Well, he's a guy that is not a traditional ball player where it's like catch, rip through, pull up. He's not that type of guy. He's gonna go zoom dunk or zoom pull up, and it's like he has an unorthodox game. So you got to take what you get with it. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's the type of guy is like you got to take what you get. I mean, he won the MVP, and then they went to the finals when it was him, Harden, and Durant. Durant left, he and Harden stayed, and then Paul George came and had a good year with him, so he's a talent. That's never going to go anywhere. I like him, but it's just, he's in a bad spot right now. That's my guy, Russ, man. That's my guy. He'll be all right. You're gonna wind up on the Blazers next. All hell's gonna break loose.
Blazers got to break up their little duo. They got to figure that out.
I don't know. I don't know, Greg. I don't know about that one right there because I don't know.
Yo, it's not. It doesn't work. They play great. It looks good. It's flashy. They score a ton of points, but there's no substance behind the flash because when the playoffs come, it's the same thing every year. They run to Lakers will grind them up. It's the same thing, and it's because they just don't.
I think the conversation with that, right? It goes on the organization. Is the organization trying to win a chip, or are they just trying to be competitive? Because if it's just competitive, you keep them together. You keep them together, you just with it, and you just content. Because honestly, the way that the team is built, even if everybody is healthy, Zach Collins is getting injured, Nurkic isn't injured, do they really have enough to win a championship? I don't think so.
Well, with me for the Blazers, it all starts with what's Terry Stotts. You got to go, bro. Like, come on, man. You've been there for I don't know how long you've been there. You got swept one year, then you got swept another year, and you still got your job. But we all know, I don't even want to go there, but like he got to go. He got to go. We know what. Yeah, he got to go because guys are, it's like the same recycled coaches in the NFL and the NBA.
Right.
Like seriously, like Urban Meyer, you're really gonna go coach the Jags right now? Like seriously, you coach Ohio State and you had like heart issues. Now you're gonna go to the NFL? All right, go ahead, but you're gonna get a chance though. You're gonna get a chance because they always get a chance. They always get a chance.
Going back to Westbrook, it made me think another person that can't shoot, Ben Simmons. Do you think he's going to basically have that same type of career as Westbrook? Like, hey, as you said, Westbrook is a talent, but it's still a glaring, gaping hole from his game.
I'm pretty sure if the three of us were to go watch him work out, he would be hitting jump shots. And we'd be like, yo, how you can't make that in the game? So it might be a mental thing. I don't know. But he find a way to get a triple-double, to get a double-double. He literally got to score the basket every single time. My thing is like, I don't understand how you play like that. It would be because I know if I can't make a jump shot, I would never play basketball. I'd be like, I'm not playing. Because it's like what? So I gotta go break you down every single time to get into the lane and look to score. But that's where I don't know if he's gonna get any better. I mean, how long he's been in the league now? What, 5 years?
5? Is it
so,
year 5?
Is it all right? So year 8, he's gonna have a knockdown jump shot? Probably not.
Probably not. He is what he is. They say year 4 makes or breaks you on that deal. Like you find out what a player is in year 4. That's not always the case, but I've lost hope in the Ben Simmons jump shot project. It may happen, but honestly, he is what he is. He's not a franchise cornerstone player. I think the only reason why the Sixers didn't accept the Rockets trade request when they asked for Ben, they asked for Maxey and all those guys. It wasn't because they wanted to keep Ben. They're just saying that to save face. They would have traded him in a heartbeat. I think it's really because they knew that Harden probably wasn't going to sign an extension long term. Because Harden going there and playing with Embiid, you're not a championship contender. You're not. Like, I'm sorry, you're not. Like, that you're a team that's really good. You're gonna make some noise in the playoffs, and you'll be out of there. That's it.
Right.
That's my opinion. So I don't think it was about ever saving Ben Simmons. They're saying it to save face now. You talk nice about your guy. He's under contract. It's a crazy league where guys have all the players got empowerment now. So you don't want to make him upset. Keep him happy. Yeah, Ben, we love you. Yeah, and they do, but it's not that. Like, he can't. His weakness makes it really hard for him to play that position he wants to play.
Well, I'd have traded Ben in a heartbeat if you tell me I was going to get James Harden.
Oh yeah,
but I'm happy that James ended up in Brooklyn and not with Doc Rivers. So I'm good on that. Doc is the worst, man. Doc gotta go. Wait, I'm telling you, give him a year. Give him a year. He gonna do something crazy. It's coming. It's coming. Doc. It's coming.
Yo, he's
It's. I guarantee you. It's coming. It's coming.
And definitely was saying it's the same carousel.
Yeah. So Doc, all right. You was the GM for the Clippers, the coach. You traded Blake for what I don't know. All right. Yo, do you guys realize that nobody talks about Blake Griffin no more? He traded him to Detroit. So he gets traded to Detroit. All right. Then you get Paul, Reddick. You get all these guys. Lob Town? It was Lob Town. Lob City. It was Lob City. Couldn't win with that. You get to the playoffs. Had a 3-1 lead. Lost with them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know what? We're going to take the GM title from you. Cool. I'm going to just be the coach. Somehow you get Kawhi and Paul George. Get a 3-1 lead with them. Lost that. Get fired. Fired on Wednesday, hired by the Sixers on Friday. What? Come on, man.
He's coasting off the Celtics championship.
Come on.
He's coasting off the Celtics.
That, and then you got fired by the Magic before you got the Celtics job. Like, Doc, get out of here, Doc. Come on, man. Glenn.
But do you think he was wrong with that Clippers team last year? Like, do you think he was the main reason why they lost that series? I don't. But I don't know if you do. I think I want to be honest. Paul George, as great of a player as he is, as talented as he is, doesn't he doesn't get enough easy baskets. He doesn't go to the basket enough. So it makes it really difficult in the playoffs. It gets real bogged down because it's going to be nights where you hit the side of the backboard because it's not always going to fall. And you know that as a shooter, it's not always going to fall. So you need to get some easy looks going to the cup. And Paul George doesn't go to the basket, bro. Like, it's just he doesn't go as frequently as he should. He doesn't take a lot of free throws either. And Kawhi's a jump shooter too. Kawhi live in that mid-range. Kawhi go to the basket more than him, but it's just too much. That team is a jump shooting team, and that's their problem. That's what I think it is.
It's so many mitigating factors on what happened with that team. First of all, like, if I hate bashing coaches because coaching is hard, period, whether it's on any level. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you the coach, you create the culture. Like, y'all not getting no load management. Y'all play, everybody playing.
Facts.
Everybody's playing.
Facts.
So you created that type of environment where it's like, all right, we're gonna lose some games if I rest a couple guys. Bro, if you create that, you will pay in the end. And they paid.
Mm-hmm.
You will pay. I watched something the other day. Oh, Kawhi is playing his first back-to-back since 2017. Ridiculous. But whatever, man. Like, this bothers me to the core. Who came up with this load management stuff? Yo, I'm 39 years old. I watched Michael Jordan play when he came back from the retirement. I watched him play when they won the first championship to the last championship. Never took a night off. Never. never, unless they're hurt, no management. Like, come on. But it's a generational thing. It's a different era, like you said. But we have all this technology. We have this, we have that. But guys still need more rest. I don't get it.
I don't get it. LeBron, you mentioned MJ. LeBron.
You don't sit
He's
out.
over $1 million on his body to make sure he's able to play every game.
Don't
So why big bag too? What you doing?
Cool.
I don't know. I mean, it's just.
But here's my thing about the Kawhi thing is so crazy to me because he was never that guy. He was never that guy. He's never actually like that championship he won against the Warriors. We can admit he stumbled into it, right? I mean, they might have lost that series if Klay didn't get hurt, let alone KD, right?
That's true. That's true, Greg.
And with the Spurs, it was perfect. It was a perfect situation.
That's
so
true.
Is he that guy? Is he a superstar?
He won that championship in Toronto.
I'm
sorry.
No, I'll give him that.
He won that championship. Can't take nothing away from him. Nothing away from him. He literally said, we're winning the championship. Whether they could say, oh, it was a lucky shot against the Sixers, but in that series against the Warriors, he was going back and forth with them. And they won it. I mean, Klay, if Klay didn't get hurt, if KD didn't get hurt, but what he did was he seized the moment. You see, they got hurt. Yo, I got to take advantage right now.
Fact.
I got to do what I need to do, and he did.
He's okay.
So that's just me. I look at it like you can't take nothing away from him. That's me. That's me. Can't take nothing away from him.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Is he so he's a superstar in your opinion?
Not like. He is. He is. And I'm gonna tell you why. For me, he's a superstar because he can score. He could just go out there and score, and he plays defense.
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing with superstars? They let you know what? I'm a superstar.
Yeah.
He's not that type of guy. So people are like, he's a role. He's not a role player. He's not a 1B. He's not a 1A. He's an A. You can build a franchise around him.
Okay.
And it's proven. Defensive Player of the Year and all that, MVP of the finals. He's legit. Now, is he playing with the right guys? No, he's not. That's me. He's not playing with the right guys.
So this is more of an indictment on Paul George, by the way. It's kind of where you're going with this.
I never was a big Paul George fan. He's good. He's like a 1B. He's probably trickled down to like a 2 because they were trying to make him the guy. Give him the keys when he's with the Pacers. That ain't work out.
He kept bringing to his guy named James, man.
Right, and then he got traded. Then he had a nice season with OKC. And for a guy that got hurt the way he did to come back and play like that, that's great, man. Like, that's big. But at the same token, like nobody's really like, oh yeah, Paul George. Like, you got him. You know what I'm saying? And he's able to play the way he played in OKC because of Westbrook.
Right.
So Westbrook is not as bad as people think, man.
That's true. That's fair. I think that's fair. I think Westbrook is just this. There's this reckless abandon about his game that makes him great, but also he has an unorthodox game. I'm telling you, he's not gonna do the rip through and step. He's gonna do whatever he does to score. And then you're gonna look at the end and be like, "Yo, how did he have 15, 19, and 20?" That's the way you play. That's it.
Facts. Before we get you out of here, last thing so far, it's only like 12 games in. Who so far are you seeing from the rookie class? Like Lamelo, Cole Anthony's playing pretty well. What you see so far out of this rookie class?
This Lamelo kid, man, dude can pass the ball. He could just pass the ball. Selfless player, just get it. He just knows the game. IQ is high. I know LeVar Ball is sitting around like, I told y'all so, man. Y'all keep playing with me. I told y'all. I like watching him. I mean, he'll come in the game and before you know it, bang, bang, 3 assists.
Yeah.
Now do you got to work on his shot? Of course, everybody can always work on their jump shot, but he know how to get to the basket. He know how to finish. He's a good player, man. He's like he's a good player.
He's knocking down that
play.
3-ball with more confidence now too. Over the last couple of games, he's knocking that 3-ball down. He's shooting it from the parking lot, hitting them sometimes too. If that 3-ball gets to where like I think it's gonna get there. Like we see that 35% clip for him, superstar, whatever. Like he's in that range. He's an all-star type player, and he's gonna be the face of the franchise. I already think he'll be the face of the franchise. That's why I'm headed with.
Absolutely, him and Bridges. I like him and Bridges together.
Yeah, they have chemistry. They have really good chemistry.
I like him and Bridges together. He's a great passer, man.
Do you think?
Go ahead.
On his route? Do you think on his route where he's going right now, is he going to be better than Lonzo?
I don't think so.
Hold up, say that again.
With how he's balling, and just we're making a prediction here. Do you think LaMelo will be better than Lonzo?
He's better than Lonzo now. What are you talking about? Oh man!
Oh, I said that, bro. I swear I said that. So that's a hot take for him. But I've been saying that quietly to people I talk to, like, yo, LaMelo better than him, bro. And they're like, no, you're crazy. He's better.
Right now, if LaMelo was to go to the Pelicans and play with Zion, 10, 12 assists a game.
Easy.
10, 12 assists a game.
And he's shooting that thing at a
he shoots better.
He does shoot better.
Shoots better.
He does.
I will argue that his IQ might be a little bit higher too.
Sheesh.
Good.
The defense is what Lonzo got to get him beat. That's where he hasn't beat.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Lonzo though. I don't think they trust him in New Orleans. Like watching that game where he played against LaMelo, they had him in the corner a lot. It was B.I. was bringing the ball up. It was Bledsoe bringing the ball up. They even was running some plays through Adams more than Lonzo touching the ball. And he seems, far as now, because the shot isn't knocked down, it seems like the ball in his hand. LaMelo, he's getting on that stat sheet some way, somehow. The freaking game, almost triple-double. Then the next game, he has a triple-double. And we're looking at 12, 14, and 12. Like, he's touching everything on the stat sheet. Throw in there 2 steals and a block.
Yup. He's the stat sheet.
Superstar in the making.
Really.
We getting to watch him in his first year. You guys gonna look back 6 years from now and be like, yo, man, he's can be one of the best guards in the league. Easy. Bro, he's definitely better than Lonzo right now.
I think so too. And back to your point about not talking basketball, everybody, bro. I have friends who that were telling me, yo, when LaMelo went to Lithuania, they were saying, yo, like, if he was in high school, he wouldn't be a McDonald's All-American. And they were talking crazy about this kid growing up. It was a lot of hate. And I'm like, yo, you guys are crazy. That kid's a basketball savant. Like, even then, 92 points in a high school game is OD. Like, it really is. You talk about the cherry picking and all that stuff in that game. Nah, like, just you have to be smart to score 92 points and not really break a sweat. Not really work that hard.
Talented, man. That's the only. I keep telling you, be careful who you talk to. Keep telling you.
Right.
You out there talking to jokers who think they should have played D1. All right.
Yo,
see, I don't think I should have played D1. I know I should. I played at the right level. I'm not sitting around here like, man, you know what? I should have played at Auburn, man. That's crazy. No. You can come play at Auburn, Mingo. Come do it, man. Play no defense. Can't move. Lazy. Don't want to live. Somebody close out on you. You walk. Now you looking at the ref. You mad. Ain't the ref fault. It's your fault. Get out of here. Go play D2. Yo, I'm trying to tell you.
He's right.
I'm trying to tell you.
He's absolutely
Jokers
right.
out here. Everybody going to 8 different prep schools to wind up at St. Bonaventure. Go ahead.
Crazy. It's so
ahead.
true. So true.
So you're gonna go to Cali, then you're gonna go to North Carolina, and then you're gonna go to Baltimore, and then you're gonna end up at St. Bonaventure. All right, bro. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, bro. This is the first installment of Everything Basketball with Coach Mingo. Yo, Benchmark, we really out here working. I'm telling you,
sir.
A lot of gems in this episode. Me and Greg already talked about it. Enjoy it now, though. This is an appetizer. All these gyms not free. So at some point, y'all gonna have to pay for this content because we giving y'all such great content. At some point. So enjoy this now. You know, take heed of it. Tune in. Episode 1. Everything basketball with Coach Mingo. But it's still the same vibes. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. Benchmark, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
So that was